Welcome back to Lizzie's lovely allotment. Now I was just going to show you some strawberries that I've overwintered in pots in my cold frame here. So here are the strawberries that I took off the mother plant at the end of this autumn last year. I have got plenty of them, and I tried to label them so I'd got the varieties, because they are different. Some are very large, some are sweeter than others. But honestly, believe me, I took very little care with these. I literally stuffed them in a pot, cut them off the mother plant, and thought, well, you've got two chances. You either survive or you don't. They've been out in the garden. I've only put them in the cold frame in the last week or so. They've gone through frost, rain, wind, cold, and look at them. They're all okay. There's probably maybe one that's looking a little bit sad, but apart from that, the rest of them are fine. In fact, they're desperate to get their legs in the ground, so I'm going to put them in soon. But they look a bit scruffy, and that's just the leaves that need cutting off. So all I'm going to do is, let's just grab one here. I'm just going to get them out, and all I'm going to do is get a pair of scissors and just cut off these dead leaves here. But you see all these lovely healthy leaves here? They're just desperate to fruit for you. They're so easy and such a brilliant plant to have. They don't need much room. The only thing you need to protect them from really is the slugs, who do love to eat your hard-earned strawberries. But yeah, so I'm just going to spend a bit of time with some scissors chopping off all this brown foliage, and then I'll show you the finished strawberry. Right, I have spent a few minutes just clipping off all of the dead leaves of these strawberries. I have got 4 different varieties here. They all look a lot better without all the dead foliage around them. And if you have a quick look underneath, look at the roots coming through the bottom. They are desperate to get in the ground. So that is my next job. They are going over here. I've got a fruit cage that I've prepared. And when the sun is at its height in the summer, this is in full sun. So I've just put some topsoil in there and a little bit of mushroom compost that I'm going to dig in now. So I'm going to give that a light fork over because it has already been dug, and then put the strawberries in. So I'll show you that once they're done. Welcome back. I've dug the bed over, just forked it over. It had been prepared and there was mushroom compost in it, but I've just given it a little fork over, and then I have done a batten with spacing on it, because I'm very, very bad at spacing and getting lines in a straight line. Not that I'm that precious about having everything perfect. It's a garden and it's an allotment, and it shouldn't be perfect, but I'm always so disappointed with myself when I stand up and look at my lines and they're really wonky. So I've just left them in the pots for now, just to space them out, so that I can then make sure I'm happy with my spacing. And then I'm just going to pop them in. Now, strawberries are shallow rooted, so they don't need to go in really deep. They just need to be in the soil up to the crown. Don't bury them beyond the crown, because the crown will rot. So you need to make sure that the soil level is level or just below the crown of the plant, which is the top of the plant. Otherwise you will lose your plant. So I'm just going to spend a few minutes to do that, get those in. This is one variety. I have got 4 different varieties, so I'm going to try and make sure that I do keep them in groups, so that I know which strawberries I'm picking, because they do taste different. They are noticeably different actually when you start to eat them and compare them, and then I'll come back to you. So I've nearly finished planting most of the strawberries in this bed. I'm still using my stick, because when I tried to not use it, I started to go off on the wonk. So I've used it again just to make sure that I'm in a straight line. And then I thought I'd just plant the last few with you. So I just give it a little loosen up. Really don't go very deep. Prise your plant out. Look at that root there. You see, that's really healthy and really wants to be in the soil. And then I just pop it in the soil, and I leave the crown exposed. As I mentioned, don't bury your crown. that's that part there. Make sure that that is above the soil line, or at the very least in line with the soil line, because otherwise it will rot. So just make sure it's nicely firmed in, not below the soil line, and that's it. They really don't take any effort to plant. They're very, very easy. That's on here. Let's just have a quick look at this one. Root. Yeah, you see, look, all of those lovely roots. Just give it a pop in there. Don't need to really be precious about it. Oh, that's a big old lump of something solid there. We've got a lot of rubble in our soil here. I'm forever pulling out stones and bits of builder's rubble. So the final part is the fish, blood and bone that I'm just going to give a sprinkling around each plant, just to give it a little bit of a helping hand to get established. And that should be a very productive strawberry bed. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll put more growing and allotment tips on as and when. Thanks for watching. Bye.